Hey guys, welcome back to Utterly Unfiltered with
Tash
and Cara. Thank you so much for coming back this week. Today we have a little... Oh, it's still too loud, isn't it?
No, I think it's fine.
Do you think I'm just talking really loudly? Let me just chill out.
Chill
Let me
out
sit
a
back
bit.
and chill out a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to Utterly Unfiltered with
Tash
and Cara. Thank you so much for coming back this week. We have a fun little episode in store today. We have the green flags of dating.
It's the biggest green flag.
Oh, the biggest single
that
green
we
flag.
believe.
Okay.
The biggest green flag that you're probably ignoring.
Because we did red flags in the previous episode. We did other people's red flag and our own red
So
flags.
we've done a list of red flags, like the red flags that we noticed. We've done a list of green like normal green flags, I guess. And then we did a would you date yourself episode.
That was pretty
where
self-reflective.
We judged our own red flags.
You said you would date yourself. I said absolutely fucking not.
Yeah.
Would I date myself? Yeah, I think that was
and you
pretty
still
much...
stand by it?
Look, I'm a lot of fun. I will keep you entertained and we will have a good time and you'll never really know what's happening with yourself or me or us.
No.
So it would be fun, but like I would probably fuck you up a little bit.
So I'm having a crisis at the moment whereby I have realised I'm not perfect.
No, what
I'm
prompted
so
this?
disappointed because the last two times I've gotten drunk, which both happened to be with you.
Told you.
I
Fun.
have
Chaos.
been apparently, because I wake up the next day, I don't remember, but apparently I've been a bit rude to my boyfriend.
Oh,
I know, which is really sad because I love him so much.
heartbreaking.
I know, but
everyone who drinks gets a little bit feisty, no? That's alcohol.
yeah, I think I do, but I don't think he likes it. So, and also I've never really been like a particularly like, I'm not like an aggressive drunk or a loud drunk or I'm pretty loud drunk, but you know, like, or a, what's it called, or a
Angry or emotional
upset
or,
one or anything like that.
Yeah.
I've never really been like an upset drunk. Maybe like when I was like 17, but
School,
I feel like
sure.
so was everybody.
Yeah, exactly. That was a side hobby. We just cried.
But actually,
Drunk or sober.
Actually, like at uni, there were definitely times where I was quite an aggressive drunk. I would say, like not like physically ever. Oh my god,
Did you ever throw a drink?
No.
Never a drink.
No, I've never thrown a drink at anyone. I don't think
I have either.
I don't think so. I mean, I have to rack my memory honestly, but I don't think so. But I do tend to be quite short, I guess. Like as in like not as in like short fuse, but more like do this as opposed to please could you do this? Do you know what I mean?
With a little
flutter
of the eyelashes.
Exactly, a little bit more like assertive with it, blunt with it, exactly. And I think my intention is for it to come across as, you know, like charming and like assertive, but instead I think possibly...
So you're still perfect, but other people are misinterpreting.
No, I think that possibly it might work, you know, if you're just flirting with somebody, but you know, when it's your
significant
partner,
other, yes, perhaps.
You probably need to be a little bit kinder even when you are drunk and not just be like, make me hash browns, go to bed, drink your tea.
Okay,
you know?
That's fair. But he did do all of those things. So
He did, but he wasn't happy about it. He wasn't happy with me about it. He didn't go to bed. You guys were up for like another hour.
I think so. So Tash and I were in the hot tub for like 2 hours, went all like pruny with our fingers.
Yeah.
Ali came and joined us for like 10 minutes. Tash was then like, nope, I'm getting out. I want hash browns. Let's go.
We'd been in for so long.
I was also ready, to be fair. I think he was just like, what? I've just got in.
He just got in, I know, which again is not fair, but also I was drunk and assertive.
Yeah. No,
Whoopsie
and
daisy.
those, to be fair, those hash browns were banging.
They were
Those
really
were
good.
phenomenal. They probably soaked up some of the alcohol.
They did, because the funny thing was I wasn't even hungover the next day.
I know, me too.
Because I think I didn't actually drink that much. I just drink it very quickly
And
in the hot tub. And then I woke up and was like, shit.
Yeah. And the fact that we ate. And the fact that you ended the night on a cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good.
I always do that though.
I don't think I did. I tried to do that, but I don't think I did. But I didn't actually finish my last drink because you guys then went to bed.
Yeah.
And I was like, not really feeling this now by myself.
All by yourself. It was 2:30 in the morning.
No, I'm so glad. I'm so glad because if I had finished that drink, I would have felt so bad the next day because I promise you, like, it's just, for me, it's the difference between like one. Mm-hmm. And I knew I was there. Like, if
Overload.
I had finished that, I would have just been completely the other way.
I know.
That's what I do. It's like a switch.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll be fine. Mm-hmm. And then gone.
I think that, like, my issue is that, like, sometimes when I'm drinking, I don't have, like, the usual forethought that I usually have.
Yeah.
So usually I'll have, like, if I'm just going about my day or going about my evening, I've usually, like, planned ahead. Like, okay, this will happen at this time, this will happen at this time.
Yeah.
But when I've been drinking, I'm much more like in the moment. So I'm like, right now I fancy this, but 10 minutes later I might fancy something else.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is annoying when other people have to be involved in it as well. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. And it's like, okay, we just started this game, for example, and like 10 minutes and I'm like, I actually don't want to play this game. It's like, okay, well, that's not how I would usually play the game anyway. But when you're drunk, you don't care. So you're like, I don't want to play the game anymore.
No, you don't.
And it's like everyone else is like, well, okay, we've just opened the game to hash. I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to play.
But that's why people drink, right? Because they stop caring, and it's so nice. But alcohol does do that with time perception. Yeah. Because even like you said about me and Ali being up for an hour, and we were, I'm sure, but it literally felt like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I literally felt like I showed him a song, compared myself to the height of your pot plant, talked a little bit about why I'm such a people pleaser, and then went to bed. But that was obviously probably the same conversation on repeat for an hour.
And it's like all the words were probably being said like
exactly
3 times
the same
in the
time.
same sentence.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
Good times.
Honestly. So funny.
But I'm sorry you're not perfect.
So I'm not perfect after all.
I'm so sorry.
I know.
That you've had this realization.
I'm sorry about it too. Oh. So what did Ali say earlier? He said something, I can't remember what it was. It made me laugh, but not in a cute way.
Not in a cute way.
I can't remember what it was. Oh no, it was about something else anyways. But basically it was along the lines of oh yeah, I had to tell you this because otherwise next time you're drunk you'll get annoyed at me again. I'm like, oh great. Now that's my reputation, is it? So I've done it 2 times and now that's it. All the years of times we've been out together, had fun.
Yeah, but if there are worse indiscretions.
All those are under the bridge. They don't matter anymore. But no, these 2 times, I have overstepped my bounds, and now, can't be trusted.
There are worse indiscretions than encouraging your boyfriend to go to sleep at 2:30 in the morning. I think you're fine. I know you're not perfect anymore, but I think you're still pretty damn close. We're okay. So I suppose Ali's like green flag in dating is just like let him go wild all night, drink your parents out of house and home, chill in the hot tub with you specifically.
That would be his ideal.
That's his biggest green flag.
Cool.
What is your biggest green flag?
The green flag of people that I'm ignoring, as in the green flag that I see in other people,
or that the biggest green flag
that I look for. Mm-hmm. Yes,
I think, is that the point?
Yes, it is. Not mine. Because you're saying your biggest green flag. No. And I'm like, no, not mine.
No.
Like, so not my. I don't know what my biggest green flag is. Probably not anything I've said ever on this podcast, to be honest.
No, I feel like you have a lot of green flags. Just because you've had one tiny little red one doesn't discount all the big green ones.
All the green ones. I know, nightmare. The green flag that I think you should look for if you are single
and ready to mingle,
mm-hmm. looking for your man or woman out there. For me, do I have to go first?
You don't have to go first.
I don't want to go first. I feel like I've been yapping for like 20 minutes. I'm bored of my own voice now.
Well,
what do you say,
it felt like you were confessing to not being perfect. It felt like a little bit of a, guys, I've talked myself up for the last year.
I know.
But I have to let you know I'm also human.
Yeah,
I'm bringing myself down to earth to your level.
Well, this is what I've realised about myself. God. Honestly, nightmare.
Wow. I've had so many realizations.
I'm going to a wedding soon and I'm like, I'm not drinking now in case I can't be trusted. So.
Oh, Sash, you're being so way too hard on yourself.
I don't want to be mean to my baby.
I think you will rally at the wedding.
So much.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
I don't want to be mean to him. He's perfect. Currently,
the message is that no one's perfect, and that's kind of the point of this podcast.
Perfect to me.
But if you're perfect, let us know in the comments. If you're imperfect, let us know in the comments. If you want to say anything else, let us know in the comments. I'm just gonna keep plugging the comments, guys. My biggest green flag that I look for.
There you go.
In other people. Okay, yes, let's get into it. Right, so, I have come to really appreciate like moral support and encouragement. So obviously it comes from within, like being your own cheerleader first and foremost, right? But for someone to come along and like come into your equation and to do the same, I think it just like takes you to a whole nother stratosphere, and I think you need it. And it's not just as simple as like, oh, good job at work today, or I don't know, like small achievements and them giving you kudos. Like, yes, that's important too. But I genuinely mean like shouting about you from the rooftops, like being as proud of you as they would be of themselves if they had the same success. I think it's so important because it's like wanting the best for you. It's wanting you to achieve and grow to your highest true self. and not being intimidated by that. And I know that's very easy to say because I think it can lead to insecurity in a partner. I think if you see your partner doing really well in work or really well in, you know, socialization and friendships or really well in their side passion, I think it can very quickly make you feel a little bit like either they're pulling away from you or that you're a bit inferior and maybe you're not achieving as much as them. And so what does it mean for you? But I honestly like truly believe that will pull you apart further. I think the only way is to share the success with them. I guess an example for me with music would be like, cool, do you firstly like listen to my songs?
Yeah.
Like, great, thank you. But then do you like talk about them to your friends? Do you post them online because you're so proud?
Yeah.
I'm not saying you have to do all of these things, but do you come to my gigs?
Yeah.
Like, do you
actively show that unwavering support?
Yeah. Do you ask to see the drafts? Do you when I'm practicing, do you want to come and like, you know, see what I've been doing? Because this is literally this is me at my core.
Yeah.
So if it's my like core and you're supporting it, like there's no better feeling.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes with other relationships, like parents or friends, and I get it, like, and siblings, it's like you force it on people. But with a partner, like, you don't want to force that. You want them to just be interested because it's you and because it's your baby.
Your baby.
Because it's your baby. And so likewise, like, I would want to be in a place where I can support my partner.
Yeah.
In exactly the same way. With just as much passion and enthusiasm as I do my own dreams. So that for me is like a big one.
I love that. I think that's so true. I also think it's like such a kind of underrated feeling, I guess. Because like, I think about like some of my art attempts. And
you've done amazing.
I like to do some abstract painting and it's really nothing like special at all, like not even a little bit. But like the support, like not even the support, because I'm not even asking for it. It's like the out of nowhere cheerleading.
The championing.
I get, not just from Ali, but also like from my parents and from my friends. I'm like, oh my God, like you guys must love me because like I swear like we are like not on the same like thought pattern here at all. I'm like throwing a bit of paint at a canvas and they're like bringing it up on every opportunity and like like showing pictures to people and
asking
like all this
to
stuff
do them.
And like sending me pictures of things that they've seen online that have been selling for like £2,000 and going, you could do this, you could do this. And it's like, I'm like taken aback almost. I'm like, what are you doing?
It's so underrated and so important. And it's not to say like you need to rely on other people's like encouragement, because you don't need it. It can come from you and it should come from you. But when you receive that, it's like, it's just such a touching feeling.
It feels good, isn't it? Because I think it's one of those things where it actually does like, it's kind of, I guess, it takes like a little bit of effort, I guess, maybe like, in terms of like to think to say things like that or to do things like that. It's like, it's a bit like when someone like comes back with like a chocolate bar for you because they're like, oh, I know you like this and I was at the supermarket. It's like it actually took like a little bit of extra thought.
There's nothing in it for them.
No.
They're not doing it for themselves.
Exactly.
They're not doing it to better their relationship.
They don't get anything out of it.
They get nothing out of it other than they want you to feel like they believe in you.
Yeah.
And I think it's like such a special feeling.
Yeah.
Because I don't also think it happens as often as we'd like it to. Not through no one's fault. I probably don't do it enough for my friends and family. And it's like everyone's on their own life path. And we're also distracted and busy. And that we don't really think about, you know, unless we see it pop up on the Insta feed, we don't really think about like, oh my God, how's that person doing?
Yeah.
Especially when it's art, right? Art and creativity, because it's so like vulnerable to release things like that into the world, because people, you serve it up for people to judge.
Yeah, especially when you're not like it's not something that you've been known for, I guess. It's like, you know, I've got some friends who are like so incredibly artistic and amazing at it and have been doing it since they were in school and have, you know, always been shown at every school art fair and, you know, like, you know, in their house is full of their amazing paintings that they've done. And it's like, oh, like, this is what you are good at. It's what you're known for. Like, people know this about you. I think it's when it's like something that's new or a hobby that's come out of somewhere different. Like, for, you know, obviously you've always loved music, but your music stuff started later on.
Yeah, I didn't do it at school.
Didn't do it at school. Man, you did a little bit of guitar, but like... really, you didn't really start even wanting for your career until after you've been in a regular career for a couple of years.
Not even at uni. I think I did my one festival, the first one that I did that you came to.
Yeah. So
That's true.
So then it's like, oh, actually, no, like, this is something new about Cara, and we, like, it's nice to take interest in that and be like, oh, yeah, this is cool. Like, she wants to do something from scratch, like, as opposed to, like, if somebody's played the flute their whole lives and they become a professional flutist, it's like, flautist. It's like, well, obviously that was going to happen because you've done it your whole life. So
true. No, I get what you mean. Although, like, I do think, because I now experience this where, like, initially when I took the leap of faith and decided, okay, I'm going to do music, like, full-time and actively identify and promote myself as a musician, and naturally so, everyone was excited for me. So everyone was talking about it, posting about it, listening to songs. I'm now 3 years on. I think people are just like, cool, we know this. We know you do music. So that's actually where it's sometimes the most important is like, to keep getting it. Because otherwise you're like, oh my God, like... Yeah, well, I don't know if you experience the same with art, but everyone's initially like, ooh, novel, shiny, fun.
Mine's still very novel.
Haven't you done any recently? Because you were going to do a couple when you were here?
Yeah, because I need to finish one for this, one of my friends. I feel so bad, I've like completely ghosted her, honestly. I genuinely have. I need to message her. It's really, I've literally moved house 3 times in the last 6 months. So trying to find somewhere to like set up and do stuff is not hard. Yeah. So I'm halfway through a painting for her. But I was asked about it today, and I was like, the thing is, I need to paint outside, and it's chucked it down with rain for the last week. Oh, God. So the ground is soaking wet.
It is, and it's so unpredictable, and you do not want to be setting up and then moving everything inside.
So I think Thursday or Friday are looking dry, so I'm thinking I'll do them on Thursday or Friday, because I need to finish them, honestly.
Yeah.
And I need to message her and be like, I haven't been ignoring you. I'm so sorry.
It's just been busy. It's been a busy
time. She hasn't chased me yet, but also I'm like, I need to do this.
You almost want to get ahead of the chase.
And then I finished one for one of my, two actually, for one of my friends a little while ago. But I need Dad to make frames for me.
Wasn't he doing that the other day?
Yeah, so he's made one. He showed me it today. It looks really good.
Cute.
So now I need to make the second one.
Nice little porter project.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I know. But I just like threw that on Dad. I was like, I need some frames, please, Dad.
He said thanks. Yeah, but they love it. They love having little projects.
Yeah.
I find that my dad is so bored at the moment. If he's listening to this podcast, then that just actually goes to show, Dad, go and do something else with your time. Because this is not, you are not our target audience.
But what if he's listening to it in the background of doing something else?
You are still not our target audience.
Put some music on.
And yeah, go and like be out in the wild. I don't know what you should do. Do something else. Go and make picture frames for Tash. But no, they love a little project, like a little DIY.
Yeah,
focus.
They're good at it as well. So,
what is the vibe of the latest painting you're working on? Can we say?
It's actually a bit like that screensaver, foresty.
Ooh,
so the person I'm doing it for has like a green feature wall on their living room, and on the opposite wall, which is cream, they want a green painting kind of to reflect.
That's nice. That's nice.
But I think it's a little bit like, this is my first time doing something for somebody who isn't like a close friend, I guess.
It's a bit more pressure.
And I, like, when I did one for myself, like, that's the first one I ever did, which is for our house, because I wanted some colour in our living room.
I remember, yeah.
Then my friend came around and she saw it and she was like, oh my God, I literally love it. I want one. Like, they just moved into it, they bought a new flat and they wanted one. And so I said, what type do you want? She was like, well, knew she wanted blue and yellow because that was the colours of her living room. But she was like, I just want something like what you did previously. What I did is actually nothing like what I did previously, but she basically didn't have an opinion, I guess, on like what it would actually look like. Okay. So I had complete freedom.
Sure. She didn't give you like specifications.
No, there was no specifications.
Color, this type of style, there's these shapes.
No, it was just freedom. Something abstract and fun that's mainly blue, with a little bit of yellow for the feature kind of on it.
Okay.
Perfect. Did one, she absolutely is obsessed with it. She still loves it. I feel completely honoured that it's on the wall in her.
It's not one of those where she puts it up where you come.
No, I hope not. Yeah. So
it's like,
funny.
Oh God, Dad is coming this weekend. I forgot.
I know. And then the second one, it was for my parents, and they sent me a picture of a print that they saw at Oka, and it was like £2,000 for a print, not even the actual canvas. And they were like, can you do this? And I was like, challenge accepted.
For a meagle fee of £700.
Yeah, could you imagine? So I painted that, and for them, which they love, and it's in our hallway at home, and it actually does look good. Like, every time I walk past it, I'm like, no, it's not bad. Like, it's look pretty
honestly,
good.
Every time I go, I'm like, a kind of double take.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, no, that is Tasha's.
I painted
but then
that.
sometimes I get confused. I'm like, is that Tasha's? Not that I'm surprised, but like considering you haven't done it for that long. Same with my music. Like we didn't do this stuff at school. You and I were not the artsy creative ones
not
at all. We were just trying to be academic or trying to get through and survive.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised by the fact that it's you. Like I know you've always had the creativity, but it's like the fact you haven't been doing it that long.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's phenomenal. And now it's like your art is in more people's houses than most people have things in other people's houses.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
But what do you think in the sense of, so the new one you're doing, did you have like a tighter specification? Of like forest greens, that kind of vibe?
It just feels more pressure to me because what I like might not be what somebody else likes.
Okay.
But then they do like my friend's one. That's why she asked me to do it.
So you
I'm
just
like,
have to trust yourself.
I think I do.
Style.
I think what I want to do, and this is just me being like such a, I don't know, people pleaser or whatever it is, but I actually want to do 2. So I'm halfway through one, but I want to do a second one. I've got 2 of the same canvas, basically. They're like old ones I painted over. And I kind of want to do 2 with different styles so she can kind of pick which one she wants. And then I feel a bit more like that's better than just being like, here, I've done it.
Sure.
And then she might be like, oh, but can you do this? Can you do that?
2 directions that you could go
and I'm
into.
like, I'm not, I don't know how to receive a creative brief. Like, it's not something I've ever had.
Okay. So interesting.
It's a bit interesting. I also was supposed to do one for my sister-in-law as well, like an abstract of her wedding bouquet, which I have not done. But maybe if you get into it,
yeah,
the vibe of this week, because it's been such a long time, because we've moved into my parents' like 2 months ago, and I've not had anywhere to paint. We don't have like a room I can get messy, you know, like they're like, oh no, it's fine. I'm like, no, because if I get paint on the floor or something, like it actually will be the end of the world.
As we know it.
So I can't risk that.
We interrupt the scheduled broadcast. Natasha Porter and Brooke Norwich got paint on the floor, and now we are fucked.
Absolutely.
Bind the bunkers.
I can't have that happen.
No, we can't, for the sake of humanity.
No, it's just not worth the risk.
No, actually, maybe it's welcomed at this point, though. The world is a mess. Do you find, though, slight caveat in the conversation before your green flag, because I'm really interested.
I just spilled tea down myself. Right, I'm putting that down. Oh my god.
You had to keep that in.
Nightmare.
We're unfiltered.
We are unfiltered.
Don't mind me.
Okay, as you were saying.
Okay, cool. Do you want to throw
anything else on me? No, I think I'm good for the time being.
Okay, cool.
Just got a bit of a damp neck now.
Lovely. Do you find that when you said about people pleasing and creativity, I've had to work on this so fucking hard, and only now, literally only as of the last like 2 months, have I decided that I can't be a people pleaser and be a musician.
No, I agree with that
statement. Can't. Because it's not possible to be creative when you're trying to please someone else, because then
there's no objectivity in art.
No, you're trying to then recreate their vision of what you think they want you to be like.
Yeah. And you just
that's not creative.
No,
that's like molding yourself to someone. I've done it so many times, and only now that I've stopped doing it do I actually like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And do other people ironically actually fucking like what I'm doing now?
Yeah.
After years
of trying to guess what people like.
Right?
Yeah. That's so true.
Yeah, it's so true. Do you find that with the art? I mean, do you find like I know you're going to want to like do the best that you can do for your friend to have their vision come to life, but at the same time it's got to have your style in it, right? It's got to be like personal to you. You have your own mark on it. That's the point.
Yes.
How do you balance the two?
I genuinely don't think that I have the kind of creative vision or the understanding enough to even be able to like find a gap between the two at the moment.
Okay, Fizz.
Like for me, it's like I'm only capable of painting so much to such a level.
Okay.
Because I've only done a few. Like I have not been trained or whatever.
Sure.
So,
but even so, you do have a style.
I do have a style.
Because you can see it. Like, I've seen it in your painting. I've seen it when you've done the sort of, even the ones that I love where you show, like, the process of. You can see how you're doing it, even.
Yeah, my favourites are the ones I recently did for my friend who I'm giving them to her soon, the one we framed. The 2 we framed. They're my favourite because they're quite fun. I think I like fun colours, and I don't like...
Yes, vibrant.
I think I like less restriction. I think it's pretty why I'm struggling with the green one, is because it's just green.
Yeah.
And she wasn't really sure on like a feature colour, and I probably will put another colour in there because I think you have to. You can't do a one colour painting.
But I kind of like just looking at that. There's like lighter green, well, then light hits.
Yeah, it does.
Like there's actually quite a few different shades of
green.
There's
different shades of green, but I don't know. Green I struggle with the depth of a lot.
Yeah.
So my favourite are ones where like the one I did for my friend recently, it's like different shades of like blue and teal, but then it's also pink and orange and yellow.
Yeah, so the contrast.
So the contrast is big, and it means that I've got like there's quite a lot going on, but in like quite a calming way because of the shades. The shades are quite like pastel-y.
Okay, nice.
I guess it's just got a really fun, like happy vibe about it, like springy kind of vibe. Really like it for that reason.
Pretty.
And I think if I do my sister-in-law's wedding bouquet, it'll be the same vibe, because she had very bright colours for her wedding flowers, which I loved. It looked so good, and I think I want to keep that kind of like upbeat, colourful vibe. It's just more fun, I think, than having like a colour theme, be like, right, the colour is blue.
Yeah, work with all the different shades of blue.
Yeah, and it's like it's hard. For me, I struggle with. Yeah.
It is more restrictive. I think, so I've seen a painting recently, another one of my friends does painting as well, and it's like bright oranges and like blues. Bright oranges and bright blues, which are two colours I would never ever think to pair together. But, oh my god, does it look
Goes
incredible.
Really well, yeah.
And it's just so eye-catching visually.
Yeah.
So eye-catching. Can I tell you my fun fact about purple? Because I don't think we're naturally going to talk about colours again.
No, probably not. Tell
Right,
me.
so purple and magenta and pink are not actually a single ray of light colour. So every other colour is just like the light reflecting, and it's one ray of light, like as according to the rainbow. You have but purple and pink and magenta, but purple I'll use as the example, is not one ray of light. It's two rays of light. It's blue and red, and they're combining together, and your eyes are just interpreting that as they're blending, they're merging the two colours.
Is that why sometimes when some people see purple and some people will see pink?
Yeah, or that dress, the dress thing, that like, is the dress blue or is it purple?
No, isn't it blue or gold?
Oh, blue or gold.
Or white or gold.
Shit. Well, don't ask me that.
Blue or brown and white and gold.
Okay, I don't know how that works. But yes, blue, but purple, yes.
Like, some people would look at this and think that's orange rather than pink.
Right.
But I'm like, that's pink.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do know what you mean. I can't answer that, unfortunately, but like that is not just one ray of light hitting your eyes.
No.
That is blue and red, and our eyes are just being like, cool, that's purple.
Is it not the same with orange? If it's just a mix of blue and not blue, red and yellow.
No. Orange is in the rainbow.
Weird.
Purple is not in the rainbow, and pink and magenta. They are not single rays of light.
Well, how did that even happen, I guess?
I don't know. And also, why does no one know that?
And also, why can we even like all see the colour purple then? Surely we all interpret purple differently.
Yeah, and also no colours are actually colours anyway. The world would just be like, what would it be? Black and white?
What if there was no rays of light?
Yeah, because there's no actual colour, like that's not actually blue.
It's just the way that our eyes interpret it.
So if there was no light,
that's actually crazy. It's crazy. It, when you think about it. I don't even like to think about that. Actually, that's a bit.
No, shall we talk about your green flag?
Yes.
Okay.
The green flag I think people should look out for. For me, so I love your cheerleader one, and I do agree with you. I think it's very important to be a cheerleader for your partner. 100%. I think that's like, your partner should be your best friend at the end of the day, and like your best friends usually cheer you on with whatever you're doing. For me, I think I have realized that something that is a really good green flag to look out for is like, what little things are they doing each day just because they know you like it.
Yep.
Like, I think that perhaps like I have more of like a challenger view of it. I'm not sure, but I'm like, relationships are, oh sorry, I hit the microphone. Relationships are sacrifice.
You're a bit chaotic today.
I am a little bit chaotic, honestly. Don't know what's up with me. It was that coffee. No, relationships are sacrifice, and I think it's a good thing that they're sacrifice, because I don't think they're supposed to be like, there's nobody out there who's exactly the same as you. Like, you're not going to find, like, you can't live with yourself unless you want to be single, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to pick a partner, you have to be okay with your partner being different from you.
Sure.
And you have to take their things that are similar, that you don't like about them, and the things that are different about them with a pinch of salt, because they're a different person, and there'll be things about you that they would probably don't love too, but they still love you, because that's a relationship, isn't it? It's like
the parts they love about you outweigh the parts that maybe they would want to.
Yeah, not even like want to change, but just they aren't the parts that you love about them, because you can't change people.
No, true.
So I think this is what I'm trying to say, is like, not settle for someone who's mean to you or you don't love, or like, and that's not it at all. What I'm saying is like, you can't expect the other person to see everything in the world the same way that you see everything in the world, and do everything the same way you do everything. Like, you load the dishwasher one way, they load the dishwasher another way. They're not wrong for loading it the other way, you know?
Except in your case, they are always wrong because we can do no wrong.
Yes.
Haven't we addressed this before?
Yes, it's true.
Sash is like, women can do no wrong in my eyes.
Yes.
Well,
everyone, all women are perfect. Yes. And men just have to deal with us.
The one thing
it's just the one tiny flaw that I've picked up on recently.
But sorry, I don't mean to make light of it. Okay.
But yes, so anyway, so because of that, I do
compromise.
think that like consistent acts of love in terms of like what little things they're doing just because they know that you like it, not because they get anything out of it, are like a great indicator of the fact that they love you and will always like support you through like the big things as well as the little things. Because I think if they're not willing to do something that if they only want to do things that they get something good out of, and the second you go through something tough in life, they're going to be gone.
Sure.
Because they're not going to be... There's nothing in it for them. They're not going to be able to understand sacrifice. They don't understand compromise. They don't understand doing something because it makes the other person happy rather than because they get something out of it.
Yeah.
Like, if they don't understand that when it comes to the little things, then they're never going to understand it when it comes to the big things. So I think that's why it's a green flag or something to look out for, is like, you know, does everything always have to be something that you both love or you both have to do together? Or are there things that they look out for and do just because they know that you love it, you know?
So important. And it kind of reminds me of, well, love languages, because we've done a pod episode on this, I think. And active service is one of them.
It's a
and
huge
it's a big
one for me,
as well. Because it shows like, and I've had this argument before with a partner about like, it's like from their perspective, they'll say, oh, but you know, I asked you if you wanted a cup of tea. And like, I've asked you, so that's me doing my active service. I'm asking you.
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, yeah, but it's you just knowing that I'm coming home from work, I've had a stressful day.
Yeah.
And there's a tea waiting.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's a completely different thing. Because you're anticipating what will make me feel better, which requires you to do the thinking and the work.
Yeah.
As opposed to just like the easy way of like, I know it makes me sound like I'm so demanding. But it's different for me than someone saying, oh, do you want a tea because I'm making one?
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah.
The incentive is different. I don't know how to explain it, but it's different.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like that there's the thought that's gone into how will this make you feel.
Yeah.
It's basically empathizing.
Yeah.
Basically empathy.
And it's like, does everything have to be like, I've done A, so you have to do B? It's like, if you've got a sore shoulder, are they willing to massage it for 10 minutes? And then are they going to say, now it's my turn?
Yeah, right.
Or are they just going to be like, get on with your evening, you know, and then maybe in a week's time they might have a sore foot and then it's your turn, you know? And it's like, we don't have to have this immediate, like, constantly, like, right, well, I've done this for you, so now you have to do this for me. Like, oh, I cooked dinner for you tonight, so now you have to wash up for me. Yeah. It's like, no, I cooked dinner for you tonight because actually you've had, like, a long, rough day. I'm going to do the washing up as well. Yeah. You go, you know, put something great on the TV for us to sit and watch. But then next week when I've had a rough day, like, you just have that consistent feeling of, like, you know the other person's going to pick up the slack or is going to do that thing for you that you need in that moment without ever being like, right, that's one on my tally. Exactly. And now you have to do the same for me back immediately right now to repay me for that debt I've given you. It's like, that's not how it works.
Or is it conditional in the sense of, like, I'll do it for you when I'm doing it for me?
Yeah.
So, like, the tea example. Yeah. I'll make you tea because I'm making myself tea.
Yeah.
Or I'll make you dinner, but I'm making myself dinner anyway, so I'll do an extra portion for you. Like, that's not the same to me as, oh, I've made your favorite, like, I made you a hot chocolate. Like, I don't want one, I've made you one because I know you'll be happy about it.
Yeah.
Like, there's a subtle, but it's a difference. For me as well, I agree. I think we have the same ones. I think we have, like, very similar active service and green flags and things. What I guess most people would. Who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want someone who cheerleads you and does nice things for you? I mean, we all want that, right?
I think that's why these are the kind of things that you got to look out for, like, early on in dating. Because I think that they are, like, it's all very well sometimes to, like, meet somebody who does, like, grand gestures or might pay for every date and you're like, oh, yeah, green flag. But it's like, but if they're only paying for every date so that they go home with you afterwards or they're paying for every date so that, you know, I don't know.
Like, is there a benefit to them?
Yeah, like, are they getting something out of it? Yeah. Like, or are they doing it because they feel like they have to, as opposed to because they want to, like, whatever it is, you know, like, sometimes there are just things that we, like, pick up on early on in dating that we might think, like, oh my god, that means that he, like, is going to be a great, or she's going to be a great partner for me, but actually, like, is it this kind of, are you getting that consistent, like, support, like you said, like, your consistent cheerleading, like, oh my god, tell me about your presentation at work, how did it go?
Yeah.
Like, oh, like, well done for that promotion, I'm so proud of you. or like, no, you should go for that new job, like you'll definitely like you know, go and have a great time, like you know, make a great first impression, like we'll see how it goes, but I believe in you.
And then they'll pick up the pieces if it doesn't work
out,
and they'll never say like, oh, you know, they'll never like kind of hold it against you.
They'll just be like, right, well, that wasn't the right one for you, let's go for another one. Like constantly that just that like you said, that constant cheerleading, like those are the things that matter, or like that that always, you know, being happy to kind of support you without expecting something back, as long as obviously you are also being a great partner to them as well in that way too.
I do honestly believe that if you have a green flag in someone, it shouldn't be something you're not prepared to do the same thing of.
Yes, definitely. It's a really good point.
Like if I genuinely, and the same with red flags. Like if you disrespect something in someone, and it's something that puts you off of them, then don't demonstrate the same behavior. Yeah. Like because that's counterproductive, and also where is it coming from then? Because if you're willing to do something that you don't want your partner to do, or vice versa. Yeah. Where the inconsistency?
And I think it's something to look at too, because a lot of the time people treat you the way they want to be treated themselves. Yeah. So like if you have met somebody and they are like, you know, maybe they're like, you know, always rubbing your feet in the evening or whatever, you might think to yourself like, oh, this is so nice that they always want to give you a foot rub, but like actually have you ever thought like maybe they really like a foot rub too, like maybe that's the reason why, and they're just not saying it in that way, or you know, whatever it is, or they always bring you a sweet treat from the supermarket. It's like maybe they like a little treat every now and then too. Yeah. So that could be part of it as well. Not that it's intentional, but more it's subconscious a lot of the time, isn't it? It's like the only way we know how to love people is the way that we know we like to be loved.
Which works in the opposite sense as well. That phrase, you accept the love. We accept the love we think we deserve, and oftentimes people will accept a lower standard of love or affection because that's what they believe they're worthy of. Yeah. So maybe the work does come from yourself first. Yeah. And actually try and raise your expectations, because otherwise your self-narrative is just reinforcing it, right? It's 100%. That classic thing of like people that don't think they deserve to be in a relationship, they just go for shitty guys all the time. Yeah. They're going to hurt them, and they know they are. They know that's why they choose them. Like they know it's self-fulfilling prophecy. It is. So maybe it's raising your own standards, finding out what is important to you. And yeah, again, it's the same thing. Like if you're willing to do certain things for someone, then I guess expect the same in return, and don't settle.
And these things are going to surprise you too, because, you know, then it's so easy, like when you're in the beginning of a relationship, to get swept up in it and to not know, you know, not have the forethought, I guess, to think to yourself like, oh, actually, like, what about this is making me feel good? What about this is making me feel bad? What am I willing to accept? Where am I underselling myself? You know, all of those different questions. And I do think it does take time. It's not something you can pick up on a first date or a third date or an anything date, really. It takes a long time to get to that point of like understanding like, oh, actually, this is what I really love. But it is a great feeling when you realize like, oh no, this is actually working out, and the reason it's working out is because, you know, we are working together in some aspect, whether it's we're working towards the same goal, or we're both cheerleading each other and want each other to be the best that we can possibly be, or we're both thinking of each other every day even when we don't get something out of it ourselves. It's like, that's a good feeling, and I think that is like what you should really be striving for, you know?
Or you're adapting to them as well, because like even if it's not the case that, okay, I bought you sweets, it secretly means I want some, but I'm not going to say it because I want you to be happy. Maybe it's actually like, again, their love language is different. Maybe it's their words of affirmation, and maybe you're not naturally au fait with them because it's not really something that you necessarily seek, but you know that they do. So you're like, okay, cool, I'm going to grow in this area for you. Yeah. Because I know that's what you need. Yeah. Like, I'm not that verbally expressive, but because I know it's important to you, I will learn to be. You know, as opposed to you meet me where I'm at. Like, I don't like doing the words. I'll do everything else for you, but I'm not doing the one thing you want me to do. Like, it's just fucking putting in effort. Isn't it just putting in effort? It is. Ultimately, just fucking try.
Cara's feeling passionate about this, guys.
Whoa. Jesus, that's going to be so loud. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
So sorry for your ears.
We also need pop shields, because
I know. I have one.
Well, good for fucking you.
Yeah.
I don't. So yeah, I think we pretty much summarized it, didn't we?
I think we did. Yeah, absolutely.
I think my last statement was just actually, we could have done the whole podcast episode just based on that. Yeah. Put in fucking effort.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree. No, I think...
with some caveats.
I'd love to hear what your kind of unexpected green flags are, or like green flags that you think people are ignoring that actually are quite valuable. Because like for me, that was kind of the kind of realization that I had was like, oh, actually, this isn't a green flag I usually would have looked for in the past.
Sure.
I wouldn't have thought to myself like that at all, to be honest with you. But now I look back, I'm like, oh yeah, like that definitely is a green flag. Like I would definitely encourage like people I know to look for somebody who isn't keeping score and who is willing to make short sacrifices even early on in a relationship in order to make you happy, because God knows there are a lot more sacrifices both parties have to make in life to be in a happy long-term relationship. So it's a great telltale sign that you're going to last and be happy together, you know?
Yeah. And growing together, because that is actually within your control to an extent. You know, as opposed to resenting the growth of your partner. If you're there with them, then you're growing with them. You're rising with them.
Exactly. You want someone, like you said, who is going to back you and support you and be, you know, raring and ready to encourage you in your growth, because you never want to be in a place where you feel stifled or you feel like you have to hide certain aspects of your life or your success or your dreams and goals because you don't think they're going to support you. You know, you want to be able to tell your partner your crazy goals for life and talk about the future with them, even if they don't come to fruition. It doesn't matter. You should never feel like judged or belittled or any of those things in a relationship. So go out there, tell your fifth date the craziest thing that you want to achieve in life and see how they react, you know?
Fifth date specifically.
You know, so it's this green flag. It's going to be early on, hasn't it, you know?
First date is first date maybe, second date, first base, third date, fifth date, hopes and dreams.
Fifth date, hopes and dreams. There you go, that's the rules.
Actually, I'd just love to do that on date one. Let's just skip all the nonsense. I'm just going to tell you like the ridiculous things I believe in my life to be true.
Love that. All right, well, yes,
guys,
let us know what you think some unexpected green flags are. Stick it in the comments or send us a DM. And thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a 5-star rating and review, and
come back next week.
Bye.